You hear that? That's the awkward silence of a family dinner after you just got caught vaping. Most vapes contain high levels of nicotine and disappointment. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, and I know that this is, a bold move that I can do and stuff, but I feel like I'm not the only one that's, saying what I'm saying in this episode, but no, yeah, the reason why this episode is titled Calling Out 2K and EA Games is because I'm honestly tired of video games getting released from those guys, and they make it seem like that they're the top tier companies, they're the companies to go to, they pay the, higher ups in the video game world like Xbox and PlayStation, Steam, pay those guys off, and maybe they're not, maybe it's just, good marketing, and then that's why their games, overall sell so well, but it's either that they're paying off those guys, or, yeah, they're just, got like a good marketing team where they can put their games like higher up in search results and all that stuff when we're looking up like, good sport games or whatever. But my issue is that I don't get why you guys can't do something different with the game or have it where we're not spending. Because when you sit down and think about it, and I was talking about this not too long ago, 2K and I like the sport games like NBA 2K, Madden, like all those, like all the sport games that 2K and EA games be releasing. Like, I think 2K, they only release NBA 2K. Well, no, WWE 2K at that. But like it's WWE 2K, I have to say, is probably the last good or okay game that that 2K had released, because I'm like, you guys flopped so hard with that, what was it, WWE 2K20, and you guys flopped so hard with that you had no choice but to release a good game, because if not, it was going to be bad for you guys. I'm saying if they would have released another WWE 2K20, hyped it up to make it seem like that it was going to be this good top tier game, and it was just the same thing, people would have been like, nah, 2K, you guys, I think would have definitely fell under. It would have been a tough situation for you guys, so you guys had no choice but to do something good with that game. And then it's like with NBA 2K, it's like, fam, why can you guys not have that same energy with the NBA 2K games? Why is it that you guys will do something good when it comes down to it and stuff, but with NBA 2K, it's like you guys just keep releasing the same stuff over and over, get some people to promote it, maybe change up the storyline or the, online area and stuff, but like, you're not doing any real, like, productive stuff with that game. Like, it's not good, bro. It's not good at all, and that's why I'm calling them out, because they're like, how many 2Ks have you guys released, and it's just been overall a scam, and that's, I think, the point that I was gonna make, that I was talking about this one game, iRacing, and it's like, so it's $9.99 a month to have access to the game, and then if they give you some tracks, they give you some cars, but if you want to play any other tracks and cars, you gotta pay $10 for the cars, $15 for the tracks. How is that any different from NBA 2K? Like, how is that any different? I feel like I'm putting more money in the, because like, let's say if alright, iRacing, let's see when that game came out. iRacing, that game was released in 2008? Nah, that game wasn't released in 2008. Release date, was it 2008? Why is it sending me to some stuff? I'm like, fam, go to Google. Why is it sending me some other places? I swear, man, something's going on. iRacing release date 2008? Wow. That game's been around for a while. You mean to tell me they've been scamming fans since 2008? That is wild. And then, so it was like 2K. Well, NBA 2K, I didn't really start hearing too much about them until it was like maybe 12 or 13 or so. Or actually, no, I think it was 12. I think that's when I heard about them. And I think 13 was that one that came out when Jay-Z was like behind the music and stuff. So, like, what, 10 years? So, like, 10 years worth of, like, content on iRacing, and then 10 years worth of... I feel like that you're spending a lot more money with NBA 2K, like, because let's say the amount of tracks and cars that you have, like, that's the amount of money or whatever, the amount of times you go and spend on, like, the pack openings and stuff, because I think, from what I heard... So it's like $1,000, but you're having to do that like over and over again. So it's like $1,000 to get all the like cars and tracks on there, and then I think with NBA 2K, because we're putting that money like with it, but you're doing that like every year. At least with iRacing, it's like when you buy everything, you buy it. Like you're good, you're done. You ain't got to buy no more stuff once you unbuy it all. But with NBA 2K, it's like that stuff ain't carrying over to the very next year. So like you're trying to make as much money as you can with that pack opening stuff, along with EA games, and then on top of that, you're charging an extra $10 to play for the next gen consoles, like the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. And the only reason why you're doing that is because it's coming with a copy of the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One version. Now I'm like, I'm not going to play that if I have the next gen version. Why would I want to play something old when I have something new? I don't get that. So yeah, that to me, that just doesn't really make any sense with that. And I'm all like, that's a scam right there. And so I'm calling them two companies out, because I'm challenging you guys. I know a lot of people probably think they ain't gonna never hear this. And you're right, they're most likely not. I'm never gonna hear what I have to say. But I'm calling those guys out because I'm challenging them to come out with whatever game you want to come out with, and it gets a 4 or 5 star rating. 4 or 5 star rating, a overwhelmingly or very positive rating on Steam. Like, it is the best. It is game of the year. Like, it is putting you guys back on the map. Like, it is making you guys, like, a better company. But I'm saying, like, if you guys cannot do that, why do you keep releasing games? I get, the criticism. Like, I know I could be a little bit hypocritical when it comes to criticism and stuff. But, and I know people will probably be like, you are being a hypocrite because you don't listen to critics, you don't listen to criticism. Because when I'm releasing a video, I'm releasing that stuff for free. You don't have to pay for my stuff. So my thing is this. If it came down to it where I was playing a free video game, and let's say the stuff in there, if we're going to say that my videos is trash, let's say in that video game the stuff in there is trash. Like, if I go and play a racing game, they're giving me, like, the worst of the worst cars. Or they're giving me the worst of the worst tracks. Like, and that's the thing where I'm like, at least it was free. At least I didn't have to waste my money on it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna rage, I'm gonna go off, I'm gonna go crazy about it and stuff, but I'm like, at least I feel like there's a little bit more appreciation when you're dealing with something that's free versus when you're paying money that you've made that you could have very well spent on something else. And then the crazy thing about it, there's another video game, and I plan on doing a podcast episode talking on that game too, because that game is insane. It is crazy, but it is mad fun. But there's this game on Steam called Ground Branch. And it's the shooter game. It's made by some developers that I guess used to work for Ubisoft and was developing some of the Rainbow Six games. And that game is honestly, it's crazy. It's mad crazy. But the dope thing about that game that I really enjoy, that everything is unlocked. You don't have to play the game to unlock stuff. All you're doing is testing out your skill on how you would do in some Navy SEALs situation where you're raiding, because they got freaking all these different maps. So it is pretty much like Rainbow Six Siege or something like that. but it's, it's a different, like, a little bit more realistic version. Rainbow Six Siege was kind of somewhat realistic in things. Like, I remember at the start it was, but then they started just adding whatever, and I'm like, but I mean, it's cool though, it's chill, but they don't need to have no season passes. The Ground Branch game, they don't need to have no season passes, they don't need to have no DLCs, they don't need to have none of that. Well, I don't know, they might release some DLCs down the road, but I support it. I legitimately support that game. Like, no, it is a top tier. Like, I'm surprised that a lot more people aren't playing the game, but no, let me just look up the reviews real quick. Ground Branch. Alright, Steam. The recent reviews is overwhelmingly positive, and then all the reviews all together are very positive, and very positive is like second to overwhelmingly positive. So I'm saying, like, this is a top tier, like, good game and stuff, and I don't think they said anything about like DLCs or any of that stuff. Early access will cost less. Final prices yet to. Oh, so they're gonna up the price when the game fully releases, but you could get it for $30, I think. Yeah, it's $29.99. So yeah, but it's like it's still in early access. It's even playable on the that should actually be kind of dope. Getting it, bro. I need a Steam Deck so badly, because they said that this game is compatible with the Steam Deck, and I'm like, bro, that would be so dope playing that game on there. But anyways, but no, this game, Ground Branch, they have it where it's like you're probably hearing like a lawnmower or weed whacker or whatever outside. It's chill. It's, just this dude helping out and stuff. But anyways, but no, like, what was I saying before I got distracted? But no, like, yeah, Ground Branch. The game, the fact that this is coming, and it's crazy because, like, I wanted to just say that real quick. That's the point I was going to make, talking on Ground Branch, is that this is made by somebody that, yes, he was working for a top tier company, Ubisoft. He was working along, side with, or like adding or creating one of the biggest games, or helping create one of the biggest games in the world. The Tom Clancy Ghost Recon games, or just like the Tom Clancy. I think he just overall worked on Tom Clancy. I don't think he worked on any other games in the Tom Clancy. So there's like, from one of the developers behind the original Rainbow Six and Ghost Recon games comes a thinking man's first-person shooter featuring in-depth character, weapon customizations. Take your time, think ahead, get the job done. So overall, it's just showing off your skill. They're not like, oh, you gotta, like, let's see how you are with this, or let's, like, they're just like, hey, everything is here for you, everything is unlocked, all you gotta do is just buy our game and play it. That's it. Now, why is it that, like, with smaller developer companies, because when you sit down and think about it, like, let's say if you follow me on Twitch, there's this game that I play frequently called Power Wash, right? Let's say if they was like, for each pressure washer in the game, I had to pay $10 for it. No, they just have it where it's like the more you play the game, the more you unlock. See, I like the old-fashioned stuff. I like the stuff that it's the reason why I got into video games in the first place. Like, I miss the fact that, like, you can play a video game. Because my thing is like, the closest thing to a DLC that I bought or that I played when, like, back in the PlayStation 2 era was Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition Remix. That's what my thing is this. That's what a DLC, that's what a game should be, where it's like, okay, you're coming out with like a remix version or the ultimate edition or something, and then it's coming with all that stuff, all the things that you need. But I'm saying, it's like, I feel like games today are like, well, no, not even games today, but just, yeah, 2K and EA, you're not even like, you gotta pay money to get your skills. When in reality, it's like, it's not like that. Like, my thing is this. Do you think Michael Jordan had to pay somebody to get good at basketball? No, that man practiced for free. Imagine if his brain was like, no, you gotta pay the brain and stuff. How do you pay a brain? But, like, I'm saying, like, if it was something like that, where it's like this man had to pay, do you think he would be who he is today? No, this man's all like, I'm not going to pay somebody or, to get skillful at the game of basketball. let's think of some other situations. Steve Jobs had to pay money for, like, creating. I mean, with the technology, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure everybody's getting my point and stuff. Like, overall, you shouldn't have to pay to be good at a video game and stuff. So I'm saying, like, why do I have to pay to play NBA 2K or Madden or FIFA? And I'm like, nah, with FIFA, I don't know so much with any basketball games, but I have a feeling that there's gonna probably be a basketball game coming out where it's, a lot better than NBA 2K. I honestly believe that. And I know with FIFA, I know that there's a game that's supposedly coming out where they're like, it's gonna be in series competition. They're currently working on it. That's actually why I like that those guys said that it's like the game will be released when we think it should be released and stuff. So it might be a while. It's chill. I ain't tripping about it. I'm all like, hey, take all the time you guys need to make sure the game's polished and good and all that, and it's not some glitchy, bugged out game, And then with football, I'm like with Madden and stuff, like I said with 2K, there's going to most likely be a time where a football game comes out and it's better than Madden. So I'm saying, like, I'm calling NBA or, the people that's behind NBA 2K, I don't know if it's everybody at 2K, but I'm overall calling out 2K and EA games and challenging you guys. Can y'all make a good NBA, FIFA, Madden, and not have to scam the fans at the same time? Because if not, then it's like, that's how I'm going to always view that game, and that's what I'm always going to call those games, scamming games. But there definitely ain't going to be, I would no longer consider those games in the video game category. They're not. Video games ain't supposed to be like that. Video games ain't supposed to be where I got to keep constantly putting money into a game, and then there ain't even no good outcome for me when I do achieve all of that stuff. Okay, I achieve all that stuff, then you guys come out with another $60, $70 game, and I got to start all over and put more money into the game. Like, nah, bro, that's not cool, man. That's not what a video game should be. A video game should be something like how it was back in the PlayStation 2 days, where season passes and all that other extra, having to put more. It's like, honestly, them are just casino games now. I'm like, but there definitely ain't a video game, though. Those are just straight up casino, cash grab, pay to win, pay to be skillful type games. But in my opinion, they're not good. Those are not good games, so. But anyways, let's see overall what happens. Maybe they might hear this. Maybe they might not hear this. If I get, sued or go missing because EA and 2K want to team up and try to take me out, I'm like, so be it. But I'm all like, can you guys come out with a good video game? Because that's just showing, like, if something were to be said to me from those guys, then that's just overall showing. I'm like, at the end of the day, I don't care about what they got to say. It's like, just come out with a good video game. Point blank simple. That's it. You ain't got to do nothing else extra. Just come out with a good video game. That's all that I ask for, alright? So anyways, and that being said, I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And yeah, and that being said, talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace. We'll be right back.